Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to Ms. Opinionated.
New episodes every Thursday.
And here's your host,
Divine Priestess.
So hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ms. Opinionated. I'm your host, Divine Priestess, and as you can see, I done found a soundboard on here, and I'm just really going to have so much fun with that. But as you can see, today's episode is about creating outside the rules, because there are so many rules, especially with expressing yourself. There's these expectations. You got to do it this way. Everything now has to be monetized, or you got to follow this trend, or you got to do it this way. It's like, please shut up. I'd like, shut up. It takes the joy out of it. And I've had the joy sucked out of a lot of things that I've done creatively. One of the things is baking. I'm a really great baker. I'm telling you right now, I'm a really great baker. But I stopped baking the moment I turned it into a business because it sucked the joy out of it. And some people just don't understand it. But if you are doing something to just not necessarily release, but just something that just like makes you happy in doing. The moment it's like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? It's just like, please, I did this because I enjoyed it and I loved it. And this was my peace right here. So I stopped baking. I stopped baking because it's like, no, I'm going to do it when I want to do it, how I want to do it. It's like artists, right? As you can see, I got a lot of art around me. It gets to be too much when, like, because there's artists that I would listen to them talk about, everyone wants me to draw them and everyone wants me to paint them and everyone wants me to do this. And it's like, I don't want to do that, right? Because they are expressing themselves, and that is their peace and their joy, and a place where they can focus and, just express themselves and just share that gift with people, So, yeah. So, on the themes with this episode, we're going to touch on some society and how a lot of things is very performative now because it's the pressure to monetize everything. Everything is like a goddamn ad on TikTok nowadays. Like everybody is selling something on TikTok. TikTok was dancing. TikTok was doing lighthearted things, and now everything is being sold. Like now you got to monetize for everything. Hell, they got ads on TikTok now. Following a formula and how that drains creativity. Oh, you need to use these hashtags. Oh, you need to post between these hours to get the most views, and you need to do this, and oh, be sure to like have a hook in your video. And it's like, bro, I just want to put something out. I just want to put it out because it's on me. I want to share it. That's it, And then there's this box, feeling like you're boxed in by expectation. Because again, the moment that you start sharing things and you start getting a huge following, there's this expectation. And then it's kind of like people don't want to allow you the space to explore anymore. They don't want to allow you the space to grow. Okay? Spiritual alignment. Creating from intuition instead of trends. Everything is trends now. I've never been a trend person. I mean, I like watching them, but for me, I used to always say, I'm not about to fucking tap dance for no mother. Like, I'm not about to fucking tap dance for y'all. Like, shit. You're either gonna watch my stuff or you're not. I'm not about to tap dance because, again, I'm not trying to sell you nothing. And a lot of people want to be sold. That is what I've come to realize over the years. A lot of people want you to try to convince them to do something. Like they want you to convince them to do something. They want you to sell them on something. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. Okay. How it's taking us away from honoring our natural rhythm. I'm a person of, a lot of people say, well, why don't you share a lot of spiritual content? You're a spiritual person. Because when I'm in the middle of doing spiritual things, I'm not about to sit here and stop what I'm doing to set up a camera to do what I'm doing, then stop what I'm doing to go adjust the angle to get back. No, I'm in a move. Certain things, yeah, I can probably show the preparation. But again, I have two hands. I'm in the middle of doing something. Because me doing my spiritual stuff, it's not performative. I'm really in the kitchen. Like I'm really doing this. And I don't want to stop what I'm doing to put like to fucking show you I'm spiritual. I'm not doing this to try to sell you on like I'm in the middle of doing something. If you want to see what I'm doing, and I always tell people because I've had people ask me if I'm gonna mentor, and I'm like, you have to be with me because it's just a random thing. Like going on a hike, it can turn into a spiritual lesson while we're on that hike. Those are moments that I'm not gonna stop to pull out my camera, to lose the train of thought that I have, and also lose the communication I'm having with spirit to try to like no. And then also just trust your vision of how you want to do things. And I've used to say this before. I had to stop sharing with people what I wanted to do in life because people just wouldn't understand my vision. They wouldn't understand what I'm saying. They started to plant or try to plant seeds of doubt. And oh well, maybe you should wait when she do this. And it's like I'm clearly seeing in my head. So this thing literally can exist because I'm seeing it. Okay. How yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of things about creativity being forced instead of, it creativity is just becoming very forced. It's not joyful anymore. And the difference between creating freely and performance. All these different things. There's a lot of things that we're gonna touch on to in this episode. So I, yo, me. I reflect on creativity, I've reflected on authenticity, and just the pressure to live in accordance to society's expectation. And it's so draining. It's very draining because I have realized that part of the reason why creating ultimately just stopped feeling fulfilling to me was because I was trying to follow rules that just never aligned with me. I'm following the blueprint. I'm following someone else's blueprint. I'm not them, they are not me. So the rules about success, about productivity, about content creation, about timing, and what life is supposed to look like, it's draining, and ultimately it's like I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to shout out to the people that wake up at 5 in the morning to set that tripod up, to get back in bed and record themselves getting out of bed and wiping their eyes, slipping on their slippers, and then take that tripod, then go put it in the bathroom, turn the light off, walk out the bathroom to walk back in the bathroom, turn on the light and whoop their eyes like, oh, I'm so sleepy. Kudos for you. I'm glad that works. But for me, I don't want to do that. I don't have the time to. I'm on it. Hey, when I'm moving, I'm moving. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to. Would it be great for me to get that content? Sure. Yeah. However, I'm not about to stop what I'm doing to get that moment. Especially because I'll be out of nature a lot. Sometimes I'm able to get that moment, right? Of this snake crossing my path, of this snake that's literally sitting there staring me down, or the rabbit that is right there in front of me, or this alligator, or this specific bird. Nature don't be weighing on me. It's like you see it, you in a moment. If I'm able to hurry up and get my phone out, and honestly, Apple kind of sucks ass with that because it be taking forever to get to the damn camera. It be taking forever to get to the freaking camera to get some of those moments. But it's like again, I'm not about to beat myself up because I didn't get that to share that with the world. It was for me. It's in the moment. Okay? So this conversation is about unlearning performance, reconnecting with intuition, giving yourself permission to create and to live in a way that actually feels natural to you. In a way that feels natural to you. I'm always doing things. And this is why too, I just will say that I don't have time for social media in a way because I'm always on the go. And given that I'm always on the go, I don't have time to pull my phone out for everything. And also, I can't record my 24 hours. I personally cannot record my 24 hours on my damn iPhone. I'm always getting notifications about how there's no memory space. Bring bring back the phones that used to take the memory cards. Please bring that back. Because who asked for this? Bring back the phones that got memory cards. Okay? All right. Everything, well, not everything meaningful will fit inside of societal blueprint. I feel like society doesn't see the beauty and the necessity when it comes to nature. There's people that do, there's people that don't. And me, I'm a nature girl. I go on my trail walks. I like to just sit by the water. I like to just listen to the birds sing. I like to hear my wind chimes chiming. And I love sitting in my silence. To me, that's meaningful. To me, that's meaningful. And but however, that's not trendy for social media, right? So with whatever you are creating, what is meaningful to you? Not what social media is pushing on you. Because if you go back and listen to previous episodes, I sat there and I talked about, what does success look like to you? What is a luxury to you? We all have our own ideas of those things. So don't allow society to tell you, because they've already sold us on the American dream, which the American dream no longer exists. If anything, they rewrote the American dream. Right. So what is important to you? What's meaningful to you? And again, whatever you decide to share with the world, that is a gift. People are either going to appreciate that gift or they not. Okay. So don't beat yourself up about that. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just trust yourself enough to do it your own way. Everyone is going to have an opinion. Everybody is going to have an opinion about how to do something, but you have to trust your vision. I mean, let's look at a few artists. Now, I don't really listen to like their stuff like that. Like if it's on the radio, yeah, I'll put it on. If there's nothing else on, or it's just like I really don't care in that moment, it's like, okay, just put it on. Right? But Young Miami, I'm not her target audience. Do I know that song? Spin that. Spin that. Yes, I know the song. Am I her target audience? No. However, she trusts herself enough to put it out. And people may have joked and said, "Oh, that song is about to be whack. Ain't nobody about to like it," you know. But there are a lot of people that really like that song. And so that song has success because she trusted her vision. She trusted herself. Did I like Drake's Iceman album? I didn't hate it. It's not the Drake that I personally like. I am a huge fan of Drake's old things, you know. But I listened to Drake's entire album all the way through. I did. There were some songs I'm like, okay, this is cool, you know. But me having my opinion did not stop his success, because there are people that love that album. Okay. So you have to trust yourself enough to do your thing, because I'm pretty sure the Young Miamis, the Sexy Reds, the JTs, the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, right? The Sasha Keebles, the Flower Child, right? I'm pretty sure there was people that did not understand their vision and tried to deter them. But since they trusted their vision and put it out, boom, success. Okay? Success. So stop allowing other people to get in the way of your creativity. Again, people are either gonna like it or they're not. Okay? The pressure that is attached to trying to please people ultimately is going to suck the joy and the life out of what it is you are creating. There's a pressure to create a certain way. There's a pressure to follow these formulas. You got to do this. You got to do what you want. The people that are going to support you are going to support you. And something I had to tell myself years ago of focus on the people that support me instead of trying to gain new supporters. Stop trying to gain new subscribers, followers, listeners, this and the third, because you have a core base. You have people that love what you are putting out and that wait to hear you. So do not change up what you are doing or forget about them because you are trying to chase more. People who want to support you are going to support you. Point blank, period. You don't have to worry about a formula. You don't have to worry about creating a certain way because also those core people are going to go along with you for the journey. And those are the people that, in my opinion, you should focus your attention on. I have changed over the years with my content, with podcasting. I sit here and I tell people my first podcast I put out was, I think, 2017. 2018. I done went through so many so many names, so many podcast names, and some of y'all have been here for the start of it, and you have seen how much I've changed. Because the thing is too, of it is okay to change. It is okay to change. It's okay to grow. What we see now is that people want to they again, let's go use Drake as an example. When Drake first came out, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Okay, I know he has other stuff, but from that is different than what's it called? That is different than the Take Care album, which is different from the For My Dogs, which is different from the Iceman. Right? It's different. It's different. Like he got what's the other albums? Because I can see in my mind, I can see the what's it called? The pictures. Como se dice? The album covers. Okay, like Views. I like Views. Okay, again, that's different from Some Sexy Songs for You, right? And he explores. He explores with different genres. Yeah, he's still doing his rapping stuff with it, but some of the stuff is like house music. Like what album was very housey? Mm, which one was very housey? It's the one with More Life. There is definitely like some like house type stuff on there. And again, so that's the whole thing I'm saying of like it is okay. Because again, this is about creativity, expressions. You're not going to be the same. And as you progress in life, I don't like to say get older. I mean, yeah, you can get old, but just because you got old doesn't mean you progressed. Okay. But as you progress in life, you try to do things differently. And that's beautiful. So if Drake continued to follow through with the So Far Gone, people will talk shit about it. I mean, people talk about Megan Thee Stallion because it's like, oh, her flow never changes. Ah, so much, So again, don't allow yourself to be pressured to follow formulas. Don't allow yourself to be pressured to conform to this box, to like, it just becomes very, it's just too much. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. But I say all that because when I create from intention, from intuition, from passion, from spirit and authenticity, I love it. But when I create from pressure, from comparison, from expectation, it drains me and then I just stop doing it. And that's one of the reasons why over the years I stopped podcasting, was because of this pressure and this expectation. Because then I felt like I was not being true to myself. I'm doing things to try to like please other people and get I guess the approval of others. But it's like I want it to be so likable. And I feel like, oh, if it was likable, then it's going to be super successful. But ultimately, it just like, it just wasn't for me. Like, you should wake up every day loving what you're about to create. If you create something and you don't love it, like, yeah, I get it. Like, some things it's like, oh, I don't like this song. No, but it's like, you should be able to create and just be like, fuck it, and put it out there. I mean, a lot of artists sat there and said, like, Bruno Mars said he hates the lazy song. He wasn't serious when he made that. He just put it out there. But that was his creativity, right? So you see what I'm saying? Hopefully you get what I'm saying. So today I want to talk about unlearning the rules that steal our creativity and remembering that sometimes we just have to do things our own way. And that also goes into having a support system, having people, not necessarily having yes men, but having people that support your vision and understand you. Okay. And they just kind of like, I'm going to see how you do this. I'm going to watch. Okay. So, how society shapes creativity. Society shapes creativity because success is presented as a one shoe fits all. Again, what works for you does not work for others for a lot of different reasons. We have cultural differences, we have different morals. It's a lot of things. Like, okay, who is that girl? It's a girl. She her husband name is like Lucky Blue or something like that. She's a model. Nora Smith. People try to copy her, but also people said like she copied other people's, but that's neither here nor there. The whole thing is that if I started creating videos like Nora Smith, I wouldn't have that success because it wasn't for me. Because I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not a big fan of talking like this. Like, that's not how I talk. It don't even feel freaking right to me. It don't feel right. I would hate it. I would hate to create content every single day. If that was the formula for success, I would absolutely hate it. And I'd be like, I don't want it then. Success is not a one shoe fits all. Gary V, he be yelling and he be cussing. But if other people tried to do that, they wouldn't have that because number one, you can tell when it's authentic to a person or not. You can tell when that's how they really are. So success is not a one shoe fits all. And then on top of that, you have to think about your target audience. You have to think about your target audience. And I don't know why, but I'm kind of feeling like, is this a crash course into success? Is this episode turning into something about how to have success? Oh my God. That's not what this was supposed to be about. But I guess here we are. You know, conversation just flows. But either way it goes, yeah, the social media formulas of you need to go live, you need to do this. I always tell people, I don't want to go goddamn live. I say this all the time on my videos. Look, if I get on this live and ain't nobody talking in the comments, I'm getting off because I could be watching TV right now or I could be doing something else other than sitting here allowing y'all to watch me do what I'm doing and not respond back to me talking. I'm from the South and I'm from a Black Southern family. So when you are spoken to, you speak. So if I'm telling y'all good morning, how are y'all, and ain't nobody saying good morning back, I'm getting off. I am getting off. We're not doing that. No, because you're not about to just sit here and watch me and not have a conversation. What you want to do? Watch me sit in silence? Anyways, it's this whole thing of you need to market this way. I sit here and I've come across people that have been very successful on social media. And again, they try to tell me how to market so I can have success on social media. And my thing is like, I don't care. And they like kind of felt some type of way about me saying I didn't care. It's like, oh, well, you should do this. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't want it to feel like a job. It's either you're going to like me or you're not. I don't want to convince you to like me. Because the moment that I say something that you don't like, it's who wants to deal with that? I'm telling y'all, I love my peace. I love my peace so much. Two things I love in this world is peace and money. I love peace and money. But I love my peace even more. You know? I don't want to have to create content in a certain way. Like I tried that and I tried, oh, I'm going to get this angle or I'm going to buy this camera so I can be able to do this and get this certain POV and do. It was too much work. And at that point, I didn't want to do it no more because also I'm a type of person, I don't like editing. I like giving directions, but I don't want to edit. I tried that. The edit. So there's no right or wrong way to having success when it comes to putting things out, especially anything dealing with being on camera. Because one thing about it, people say, "Oh, you like I've been seeing nothing but ads all the time of, oh, your videos aren't getting views because you're doing it this way and boom, you need to do it this way and have the text like this and do it." I don't want to do all that. If I have to do all that, at that point it's not worth it. And again, what works for some doesn't work for everyone. I done been seeing some old white man get on TikTok and the angle is literally, it's like he's shooting it like a child with the phone like this, or like it's like this. You know how people be like, they be like this. He be shooting it like that, and that man be getting views and views and views, comments and comments and comments. So he making money. Versus a person's like, I'm gonna set up my tripod and my camera like this, and I'm gonna have my light like this, and yes, it looks beautiful. But if you are doing that because you want to do that, then by all means. But if you're doing that because you think that is what's going to get success for you, then find something else. Me, I'd be like, I'm going to have my microphone, I'm going to have my laptop, and I'm going to have my camera. And I wanted to use my camera because I wanted a certain look. So that's why I did it. But me having a ring light and all, I don't want to set up no goddamn ring light. I'm a natural light girl. So we're going to film early in the day. Okay? So create the way that you want to create. Don't worry about marketing. Don't worry about posting at this time to be able to try to get the most engagement. Again, people are going to engage, they want to engage. That that's it. People are going to engage if they want to engage. Like I sit here and it don't matter what I do on TikTok. I be feeling like TikTok is a dry hater. But I know one thing about it on Facebook. That's the place for me. TikTok, I mean Instagram is, I feel like Instagram likes it more when I post pictures rather than video. Again, there's nothing that you can do outside of being you. That's it. That's it. Because when you are constantly consuming advice, when you're constantly taking advice and opinions from other people, you ultimately just disconnect from you. And I'm a practical person. I can speak that from experience. Taking advice from other people has not helped me at all. So I don't listen. I don't like when people try to tell me what to do because it don't work for me. It don't work for me. Because again, what works for you don't work for me. I don't give a damn how you like yourself. I don't care that you enjoy doing it. I don't like it for me. Okay? The whole thing again, society. And I want you to understand that society is also going to include those around you, your environment. Okay, so how does your environment shape creativity? How does the people in your life shape creativity? How does the people in this world in general shaping your creativity? Because when creativity becomes performative, you're creating for validation instead of just expression. You're getting burnout because you're overly performing. You're losing the joy in things that you once loved. Again, social media is supposed to be something that is fun and is a way to connect. And that's the beauty of social media. But creativity stops feeling free the moment you are seeking validation. Because again, everyone has opinions. Now, I will say, people talking, it's going to work in your favor, whether it's good or bad, because they're watching. And people, despite what they say, they love to watch shit that they supposedly don't like because they keep coming back. They can't get away from it. So don't create for validation. Don't create for validation. What they used to say, all press is good press. Okay. So create what you want. You're gonna have people that's gonna like it. You're gonna have people that loves it. You're gonna have people that hate it. Oh well, they're all watching. So just express yourself because also that hater may become your biggest supporter. Why? Because they see that you continue to stand firm in what it is that you are doing. And they're gonna support that. They're gonna watch. Don't feel the pressure to monetize everything. Yes, you can make money from everything. Everything in this world you can make money from. But don't feel pressured to do that because, in my opinion, the beginning stages of you doing something, do it because you love it and build that base before you try to start monetizing off of it. Because if you come out the gate and you just try to make money, 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 that turns people away. Let people get a feel for you and build an opinion and decide whether they like your stuff or they don't, and then go on. Okay. But don't feel the pressure to monetize everything. Because again, too, the moment you start making money off of every single thing, you start to hate it at some point in time. Because now you are having to follow this niche. You're starting to have to continue to be in this box that people are putting you in. So don't focus on monetizing on every single. And then on top of that, monetizing off of everything can be very exhausting. Shit. I look at the streamers on Twitch. I don't have Twitch account, but I watch like the clips and things like that. And so it's like that has to be exhausting to an extent of having to film and monetize off of every single thing. Because too, Everyone now wants to be highly involved in your life and everything in life. Like god damn, if they can get any closer, they will be up your ass. There's a burnout from overly performing. And again, that takes the joy out of this thing. Now you no longer love this because you kind of get lost of why you did it. It's this will of, oh, we'll give you this money if you do this. And it's like, okay, yeah. And you're doing it. And then it's like, oh, we'll give you some money to do this. And it's like, okay, yeah. They give me money to do this. And it's like, yeah, like that smile starting to go down. Because you're losing the joy. It was something that was fun. And now it's business. Business a lot of times ruins a lot of things. I mean, business ruins relationships. It can ruin relationships. So creativity ultimately stops feeling free. Like, yeah, make your money. Like, I have so much art in so many places. I got some real delicate stuff over here. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. My damn cat broke it, so it's glued up. But creativity, it is something that, hey, I made this, and also it's one of a kind. So do not allow your creativity to die because your authenticity is having to be replaced by obligation. Okay, that's the biggest takeaway. Is your creativity dies when authenticity is being replaced by obligation. We see this a lot of time with artists. We try to understand why certain artists don't put out albums as much or why they don't perform as much is because they're obligated to. Yeah, they're obligated to. It's not because they wanted to. Shit, they had to. Contracts. So, yeah, it takes the joy out of it because with those obligations come deadlines. With those obligations, it's again, I need you to put this on. I need you to do this, and I need this, and I need you to go jazz fingers it up. Okay. So I want you guys, before we continue on, I want you guys to reflect because everyone is a creative. Everyone does something creatively. Whether you write poetry, whether you take videos or pictures, or you create art, or you sing, you cook, whatever the case may be, whatever it is you are doing, I want you to sit there and think about why you are doing it. Okay? Think about why it is you are doing this thing. What was the reason for you doing it in the first place? And I'm pretty sure it was not to gain millions of followers. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like, what were you doing it for? Okay. Returning to your own rhythm, trusting your intuition, letting go of those timelines, like I just said, letting go of your timelines, honoring your natural flow, and creating from alignment instead of pressure. With social media, it's this whole thing of you need to post 4 to 5 times a day. You need to post every single day. You need to go live at this time. And you need, God damn, when do you have time for yourself? When do you have time to do the things that you want? When do you have time to be present? Trust your intuition. Okay. Again, social media can really mess with people's heads because you're trying to follow this guideline and follow these rules that someone deemed as being law because it worked for a few. Don't work for all. Okay. Honoring your natural flow. If you don't feel like creating anything that day, don't create it. Don't feel the pressure to do that. I'm a big person of, I'm going to do it when I do it. I don't want to do it. You can't, I don't care how much you try to convince me. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. And I always tell people, don't make me do something I don't want to do because it's going to show that I don't care. And then you're going to be mad. Then you're going to be mad. So honor yourself and trust your intuition. Because again, social media will tell you you need to post. Yeah, like on my Facebook business page, they got this creator dashboard of, oh, if you post during these hours, this is when you get the most views. And bro, if I create a video at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm not about to sit and wait to post it at 5 in the evening. I don't want to do that. I'm already moved on. I'm about to put it out right now. Because I don't want to sit there and wait and have to think, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I need to go ahead and post this. Oh, let me go to my other social media. Bro, I'm going to put it out when I put it out. Because that's what I feel like I want to do. So that I can continue on about my day. You see what I'm saying? So let go of this algorithm shit. Let go of, oh, you need to do this at this time. Oh, your SEO needs to be high so you can get the most views. And oh, put caption. When I tell you, I done tried it all. I done tried the hashtags. I done tried putting the text on the screen and moving it off the screen. So the SEO, I tried putting the captions. And it'd be so funny because the videos that I did not put any thought into, I just recorded and put it out there, were the ones that got the most views. And then I'm like, damn, I should have did my little tidbit to include my nonprofit. Or dang, I should have included this so that just do the damn thing. Okay? Do the damn thing. Yes, it's nice to look at what other people are doing, but don't feel as if that is what you are supposed to do because not everyone is meant to build the same life. And we get caught up in this thing of if this person has success at this age because they did this and the third, I'm going to do that too. When it's your time, it's your time. When it's your season, it's your season. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's no one that you can copy to get that to happen any faster. When it's your time, it's your time. When it's your season, it's your season. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no algorithm. There's no secret sauce. There's no secret recipe. Don't overthink it. Okay? Don't overthink it. Because alignment can look very unconventional. Alignment does not make sense to everybody. Because it's like, oh, but the numbers. I don't give a damn about the damn numbers. The numbers was yesterday. Today is a new day. So this is my opinionated take. Okay, where's my soundboard? This is my opinionated take. Oh my goodness, it's so fun. I think a lot of people are exhausted because they're trying to force themselves into lives that just don't actually fit them. Okay. Again, I've said this in previous episodes about take a look at what is luxury to you? What is success to you? What is happiness to you? What is peace to you? Don't look at these ultra popular people on TikTok, these ultra popular people on YouTube, and try to follow their blueprint. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because if somebody recreated the Mona Lisa, do you think people are going to give it the same wow, shock factor, or the same applause, or the same obsession over it like they do for the original? No. You must follow your own path, follow your own lane. Okay? Follow your own lane. Don't exhaust yourself. Don't put yourself in a burnout trying to fit another person's mold. If someone try to put their feet in my goddamn shoes, it's not going to fit. Because number one, I have a narrow foot. And I'm gonna be really upset if I go put my feet back in my shoes and your big ass boat stretched them out. I'm gonna be mad as fuck. But again, don't try to force your. Think of Cinderella. That shoe was made for her. That shoe was made for her. And everybody in the kingdom tried to stick their foot into it and it would not fit. It don't matter if she was a size 7 and her neighbor wore a size 7. Their foot is still shaped differently. The arch is probably different, That second toe is probably longer than the big toe, or all her toes. So do not try to force yourself into another person's shoe, okay? Because we've been taught there's only one correct way to succeed. There's only one correct timeline. There's one way to create, heal, to grow, and to exist. And that thing with healing. Everyone's like, oh, you need to do this to heal. You need to do. And I know a lot of people, when I sit and talk, some people really, I know they roll their eyes because they don't like when I sit there and talk, because I'm going to tell you to focus on you and do what feels right for you, because it's not a one shoe fits all. It's not. Even when it comes to spiritual gifts, it's not the same. The way I see spirit is different than how another person sees spirit. The way I hear spirit is a different way than how people hear spirit. The way I know spirit is around is different than how another person knows spirit is around. But I'm not going to sit there and tell them, oh, I see spirit in my mind's eye. So since you see spirit in the physical, that's not right, because you should see them in the mind's eye. You get what I'm saying? So there is not only one way. When it comes to healing, there's not one way. You got people that will heal through journaling. I be telling people, shit, try dancing, try singing, do it through art, right? Go to therapy. I'm not a big fan on doing it the plant medicine way. I feel like if you're going to take plant medicine, I'm a big believer of start your healing process before you go the plant medicine route. So the way when you do try plant medicine, it is not feeling like you are being dragged, because yeah, some people be like, "Oh, it's your intention." It's not just intention. Your body and your spirit is going to do what it's going to do. So to make that process a lot easier for you, I would say do it without it first. That way you can enjoy it. Okay? It can be a great experience for you. Some people just want to hurry up and get it over it. Okay. Plant medicine, it's going to bring you to the realization of it, but it's not going to cancel it out. It's not going to take it away. Okay? But again, that's one way. You got people that do it, you got people that don't. I'm one of those that don't. Okay? But I'm not going to tell you that's wrong. I'm just going to try to help you see that there's other options to do before getting to that. Okay? But at the end of the day, it's your life. You do what you want. I ain't got to live your experience. You got to live that. So, hey, it's on you. But a lot of us is just were not meant to follow the blueprint. Some of us literally are outside the box. That's just how it is. Because some of us are meant to do things differently, really, to show that it can be done. Okay? Again, I don't follow the formula that all these social media creators, everyone's a goddamn guru nowadays. I don't follow that blueprint because it don't work for me. It don't work for me. Does that mean it don't work? No. That just means what I'm doing and what I'm creating, it requires something different. Okay. Let me put this in another example. The way you make a pie crust and a pizza crust is different. Do they both contain some of the same ingredients? Yes. But they're made differently. The way you bake a bread and the way you bake a cake is different. Imagine a cake telling the bread, you need to be baked like this, you need to do this. At that point, it's no longer bread, it is cake. You see what I'm saying? So you do things differently, okay? You do things differently. Regardless if it's the same ingredients or not, the way you execute changes the end result. Okay? It changes the end result. So I have some reflective questions for you. It's been a minute since I've done reflective questions, but we have 3. So, what rules have you been following that don't actually align with you? And I guess today I'm going to share with you guys. I never answered these reflective questions, but I'm going to answer with you guys too. So, rules that I've been following that actually don't align with me, honestly, it is the need to constantly it's this whole aesthetic thing. I have days where I don't want to put on makeup. I have days where I don't want to get dressed up to be on motherfucking camera. Sometimes I want to film while I'm sitting on my couch, right? That rule of you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this to get more views. I don't want to do that. It don't align with me. I'm a very in the moment type of person. That's what works for me. I'm a very in the moment type of person. And that aligns with me, you know? I don't always want to pull out a microphone and so my audio can be very crispy. I don't want to do that. I guess we can call it very organized chaos because I'm always doing something. Not everything is super thought out to the T. I see how I want to do it. I'm going to put it out and that's it. I don't want to sit there and jot down, oh, we got to do it like this and we have to do that. Don't align with me. Okay? It don't align with me. What would your life look like if you trusted your own rhythm? I would say if I trusted my own rhythm, I would have maybe more success with my creations. I feel like I would personally have more, I would be a lot further along if I trusted my own rhythm because I know for me personally, I would start something, but then again, the chatter of you need to do it this way, you need to do it this way, I just stopped completely and threw it all away. And then I will start again. And then I don't want to do it no more. Because again, not everyone is going to understand your vision. I remember I've shared so many creative things that I wanted to do, and which is why too, if you guys are there was a card, 2 cards of the day. One of the cards was flexibility and the other card was boundaries. And it talked about how let me pull it up actually. The cards were, yes, so don't hide your emotions, dig deep and discover your true inner self, protect yourself for boundaries. But the other one is make progress, not announcement. Your next win requires some privacy. You can multitask and be more efficient without the distractions. And the reason why that is very, very, very big, especially for me, is because I have shared my visions with other people and they don't understand it and they would make like these little smug looks. It was like, I don't know. I think you should do something else. And it's like, but I see this and I feel so happy about it. I share this goddamn joy and happiness with you. You gonna tell me to do something different? You can't go with me. And I have this big thing of, I'm like, not everyone is meant to go with you. So you have to begin to leave people behind. You have to leave people where they are at. Because not everyone is meant to go with you. Not everyone is going to understand your vision. And that's okay. They are not meant to enjoy the fruits. Okay? So trust your own rhythm, trust your own intuition, trust what you have seen. Okay? But also, are you creating from passion or pressure? A lot of things that I have put out on social media was like the pressure of, oh, you need to constantly be posting. You need to constantly be sharing so the way you can have this constant engagement. And it's like, but I don't want to. So I post ultimately now when I feel like it. When I have something meaningful to say, for the most part. Because there are things that I definitely have to speak on. I just don't share it. But I post when I feel the urge to post. I post when I feel it in the gut. I post when I feel spirit pushing me to do it. But not because of, oh, you need to post X amount of times a day. Why am I here then? You know? Why am I doing this then? Okay. So we have a motivational moment. I got some motivational quotes for you guys. You don't need to permission to do life differently. Again, think about how you want your life to look. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who's there with you, supporting you, right? But even then, that matters, but it don't at the same time. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your life. I sit here and I tell this to people, especially those that come get regular readings from me. I'm always having to remind themselves, this is your life. I'm never going to tell you what to do. Even though I'm reading the cards, I'm not about to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you the energy. I'm going to tell you the possible outcome if you go left and if you go right. But that decision is on you. Because at the end of the day, this is your life and you have to live with that decision each and every day. Everyone else is just on the outside watching. So think about that when you are doing something, when you are creating something, that you don't need the permission. You do it. This is your life. You sit there and tell some people you want to travel X amount of times a month. There is going to be someone, oh, that's too much. I can't travel. I didn't ask you what you could do. I'm telling you what I'm about to do. So yes, that card of, don't share your progress, like don't make them announcement, is because you're gonna have people that's gonna try to talk you out of it. Oh, I don't think you should do that. Why? Because then they're gonna try to start putting fear in your head. So you don't need the permission. Just do it. And the people that's supposed to come enjoy with you, they'll come enjoy with you. The ones that's not, lead them where they at. Stop trying to pull everybody with you. Stop trying to take everybody with you. There are some people that are here for a season. I don't care if you have been friends with Bethany for 10 plus years. That friendship was probably only supposed to last for the 10 years, the 11 years. And leave her where she's at. She done ran her course. So now you continue trying to keep this friendship, you are now losing out. Okay? So again, okay, you don't need to force yourself into systems that disconnect you from your spirit. I have had that experience of people have told me how to do things which goes against my spirit, and every time I went against my spirit, I had to pay the price. Oh my gosh, boy, have I had to pay some hefty prices for going against my own spirit. So I'm here to tell you, trust your spirit. And if you sit there and be like, I don't know, spirit's talking, spend some more time with your spirit. You'll be able to decipher the difference between your ego and between spirit. You'll be able to tell the difference. Okay. Your path may not look traditional, your timing may not look conventional, but creativity does not fit inside of formulas. I'm a woman of many talents, and one thing, I have a poetry book that has been published for next year will make it 10 years. Do I have a crap ton of other poems written? Yes, most definitely. But I still ain't put them out yet. I haven't put them out yet. I know some people like, oh, try to put out. I don't want to, because I'm writing in different stages in my life. I don't want to, and I don't need to follow this formula because it's like, oh, well, you have these people attention, you want to keep their attention. I don't want to. Okay. So don't feel that you have to fit into this formula, that you have to follow this blueprint or this guideline that other has because of success. If Britney Spears and Beyonce followed the same formula, it wouldn't work. It would not work. Okay, so this is why creativity, this is why your uniqueness is very important. And this is why do things that speak to you. Yeah, I can understand the argument because I can already feel somebody's probably like, well, sometimes you question things, and I'm not talking about questioning if something is perfect or not, but I'm talking about creating on your own terms. Okay. And this is where, too, yeah, your support system is important because, again, even though you may feel like it's not ready, you have someone like, this is beautiful, this is perfect. Yeah. Okay. But we're not talking about that because it's not for everybody. But I want you guys to trust yourself enough to build a life that just honestly feels honest to you. Again, have your idea of what luxury, of what happiness, of what peace, of what success, what does that look like for you? Because for me, I'm sitting here telling you what success and happiness and just a life that feels honest to me. I'm telling you, it is me being out in nature, having my land, walking barefoot on my land, possibly overlooking some water with some chickens and some goats and some bees, you know, and just being surrounded by flowers and plants like that, to me is a life that just feels honest to me because that's what speaks to my spirit. I've lived in a city. I love the city. Don't get me wrong. I love the city. But also, I know that I want to be in nature more. And that feels honest to me. And that's not for everyone. That's not the life for everybody. And that's beautiful because we are here in this world. I said this in a prayer a couple of days ago. I was like, I'm grateful for the life that I have, but I'm also grateful for the life I am able to create. I have the ability to give myself the life that I desire, right? I don't have to wait on someone to give me my farmland. I can go out and make that happen. Okay. So build the life that feels honest to you, not what your family feels, because your family, we didn't grow up like that. What is it that you want? Because you are living this life. You are the only one living this life in your shoes, in your body. You get one life in this vessel, unless you're a person that died multiple times and got brought back. But nonetheless, ultimately, you get one true life in this body. Create the best experiences for you, not what society is telling you to do. Because again, the way that things is going now, society is trying to get people to work a butt ton of hours without overpay, right? They're taking you away from your family because, oh, you need to work, you need to do this so you can go on these trips. No, you don't have to do all that to go on them damn trips. Okay. There's a way to get anything in this life that you want. Okay. So trust yourself. I want to thank you all for listening. Okay. This is Miss Opinionated. I am so grateful and appreciative for all y'all that is constantly checking in and listening. So let's clap it up. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun with this thing. Yeah, let's clap it up. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you're seeing the shenanigans. But what's it called? Yeah, I thank you all. I do want to sit here and say if you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I wish I had like the church music that was going on. Let's see what sounds.
Powered by Riverside FM.
No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Okay. Well, anyways, I wish I had like the organ that they have at church, you know, of turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, okay? I want to thank y'all. Okay, but I need y'all to go subscribe to Miss Opinion. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. And please share this episode and any other episodes with your neighbor. Share with your neighbor, share with your friend. Do them a service and share with your friends. Please go support, follow Miss Opinionated on Instagram, but most importantly, please go support Casa de Agos Dulces. So Casa de Agos Dulces is my nonprofit. It is a 501c3. So keep track of donations that you make, because once you make donations up to $500 plus, you can write that off on taxes. Now, I don't make that rule. That is a rule per the IRS. So, but nonetheless, support. Support. You guys want classes. You guys want a whole bunch of things. Please support Casa de Agos Dulces. There are several things that I am bringing back and some new creative endeavors that will be shared with the community. Just give me a little bit of patience, a little bit of time. But also, Casa de Agos Dulces is working to build a permanent sanctuary, okay? Because right now, Casa de Agos Dulces, very grateful that other businesses have shared their space with us so the way we can have these classes, so we can have these gatherings, and so on and so forth. But Casa de Agos Dulces need their own space, okay? So please, please, please go support. You can, and matter of fact, wherever you're listening or watching this, the link is going to be in the description. It's going to be in the caption, because there's some things going on with the website right now. Like the direct casadagosdulces.com. The website is still up, but it's not through casadagosdulces.com. Your girl is working on a lot of things. So please, please, please go support Casa de Aguas Dulces. Again, the link to the social media page, as well as the website, as well as the donation page, is going to be in that link. It's a link tree link. So it's going to be there. So again, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you all for watching and listening, because for those watching, you clearly see, compared to the first several episodes, how it has changed a lot. So again, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Let me go ahead and get off before I just keep talking. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week. Until next time.